Hey everybody, welcome to Joeblerone's Chess Room. This is Joeblerone. This episode I'm going to go through round 4 of the Bundaberg Open that I played against Ben Leong from Brisbane. He plays at the Brisbane Chess Club. He's rated about 1400, slightly higher than my current rating. My current rating's now bumped up to 1431 after having a bunch of wins in the Bundaberg Open, which is really nice. Again, I'm only rated 1200 in this tournament though, so a few people probably thought, I'll get an easy win against this guy. So it was nice to surprise a few players, including myself, and some students that I had. Some students played in that tournament. I think any coach that plays chess, particularly has got games that they can show students, or maybe that they played games in recent tournaments and say, hey, look, this is how I did it. It kind of really spurs students on to say, oh, you're doing this too. You've got the struggle as well as I do about playing players who might be higher rated, or about playing in a chess tournament. You're doing the same stuff. It gets you on their level a little bit more. Also, I just really love playing chess, so I'm always happy to participate in any tournaments that come about. So this is round 4. I'm playing white, e4, c5, so he's playing the Sicilian. And I play knight f3. I actually usually play a Morra Gambit against the Sicilian. But instead of d4, because d4 they can do, I don't know, they could take the pawn, they could play d5, they could play d5 straight away. There's all sorts of weird stuff that they can do on a Morra Gambit if you play d4 straight away. And I really like these setups when they play d6 and develop the knight, and it looks like a regular Sicilian, because I'm very used to the tactics to come about from those type of positions. So that's why I play knight f3, d6, d4, he took the pawn, and I play c3, and I knew that he wasn't comfortable with what was going to happen, or the kind of positions that might come out, because he hesitated and he looked very uncomfortable. He was shifting around in his seat. He just looked a little bit annoyed by the fact that I just played c3. But he took, knight takes, and he played bishop g4. Now, bishop g4, I think it's a nothing threat. I just played bishop c4. He could take the knight, but instead he plays knight f6. And when his queens are staring each other off like this, there's a really common idea in the Morra Gambit if pawn's on d6. You can play e5, because if the pawn takes, then you've got bishop takes check, the intermediate move. King takes bishop and goodbye queen, okay? Because the king's got nowhere else to go. So we didn't fall for that though. I mean, his knight's under attack, so he takes my knight. And maybe I could have played queen to b3 here. Actually, no, that's a silly move. So queen takes bishop, hitting b7, hitting the knight. So takes the pawn, takes b7. Rook's under attack here. So he's gonna have to move this knight out. Only move. Now I could have played bishop b5, but I think stronger was the one I chose, which was knight to b5, because he's going to lose his queen unless he plays rook c8. So rook c8, he's hitting the bishop. I simply shuffle it back, and he makes a huge mistake. It looks like a decent move here, because he's going to hit both the queen and the bishop with knight to c5. But problem is, now he's played knight to c5, I can jump in with knight to d6 check. If he takes with the pawn, he's in deep trouble, because the queen and the bishop work hitting that f7 pawn, and that would be mate. All those squares in red, he's dead. So he can't take that with the pawn, but he has to take it with the queen. He takes with the queen. There is now no one defending that rook. So I take that rook. After I take the rook, queen goes back, and remember when I talked about that bishop takes f7 move? Well, it would have worked here too, but unfortunately I got carried away. I got too excited. I just didn't stop to play this move. Bishop takes and queen takes queen. So instead I took the knight. But I guess, I mean, if you're winning, that would have been the most winning move. bishop takes pawn, but I took the knight anyway. Pawn up, and well, he's getting smashed now. Queen check, knight there, castles. It's pretty easy just to move my pieces out because he's down an entire rook, and now he's down a rook and a piece. He's just playing for tricks really. I can just simplify, swap off pieces. Bishop here, looking to just trade off again. He tried to get tricky with f6, but because of check, it doesn't work. So we trade off queens and trade off bishops. He's continuing to push his pawns. I would have just thrown in the towel well and truly by this stage, because it's just, well, there's no way anyone's stuffing this game up. You're up too much material. Takes pawn. And I slide the bishop back. He does have a check, but it's just helping me. King f2, rook slides back, and after check and rook h7 check, he resigns, because if you have a look here, he's got to go to these squares in green, and rook's going to follow up and deliver mate on c8. So that was a really nice game I had against Ben Leong. Just over 30 moves. Should have wrapped up a lot earlier, to be honest, but because I just got a little bit careless there in the middle game. I didn't see bishop takes f7 check and then queen takes queen. But that's okay. Always something to improve on for next time. Very happy about this game though. This is game 4 of the Bundaberg Open. Please stay tuned for further games. I've still got 3 more I want to show. Well, 3 more from that tournament. Hopefully everyone's having enjoyable holidays, and I'll see you next time.